It's time now for our Hot Topic of the Day, sponsored by Heineken. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Alabama is a huge 2-touchdown favorite against Oklahoma in one of the college football playoff semifinals tomorrow. The Crimson Tide are averaging nearly 48 points per game, but Tua Tagovailoa is coming back from a high ankle sprain. He said he's about 80 to 85%. The Sooners do have the Heisman Trophy winner, Kyler Murray, and an amazing offense, but a terrible defense that has been talked about all year. So, Shannon, how much of a shot do you give Oklahoma to pull the upset?
I'm going to give them a 25% chance.
Why?
Because Kyler Murray is the type of quarterback that's giving Nick Saban fits. Cam
100%.
Newton, Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
And we saw what Deshaun Watson did. Now, do you believe that Kyler Murray is equally as proficient at throwing the football and running the football as Deshaun Watson, Skip? You believe that, don't you?
Absolutely, I believe it, and I love Deshaun Watson.
Exactly.
This kid is just rare. In fact, you can make a case he had the greatest quarterback season in college football history this year, even better than Baker's last year.
Right. So if that's the case, and we've seen, in order to beat a Nick Saban, at some point, a defense, to beat his teams, you got to be able to throw the football. Now, I know Zeke ran for 230 yards against him, but it was Cordell Jones' timely passing that ultimately won them that ball game. Now, Oklahoma also, Skip, I believe they're going to have to get 2 turnovers. I don't believe they can go score for score with them because I do believe eventually Alabama will stop them a time or two. And so in order to offset that, you're going to need to stop Alabama. But you're going to need to get the ball with great field position. You're going to have to get a pick six or a scoop and score. So I think OU needs to get 2 turnovers. And that's going to be the difference in the ball game. Because I think Oklahoma, as good as their offensive line is, I don't know if they've ever faced the team with the physicality of an Alabama.
They have not.
And that's what Coach Saban is going to pride. He's like, guys, physical.
Yep.
And you must be, when you play a guy like a Kyler Murray, you must be disciplined every single snap. Because if you don't, he hits his head on the goalpost. He gets 25 yards. Or he runs around and he throws the ball over the top of your head. So Oklahoma has a chance to upset Alabama. Do I think they will? No, I do not. I think Tua is going to show the world why he should have been
really
the Heisman Trophy winner.
On 2 bad ankles, he's going to show them.
He ain't got no bad ankles.
Okay, all right. So, what's your score?
48-38.
10 points.
10 points.
That means OU covers a 14-point spread, really.
I don't care nothing about no cover. I just want that dubs.
Yeah, you just want the dub. Before I launch into why you're wrong, allow me to quote from the fight song at the University of Oklahoma called Boomer Sooner.
Okay.
I was sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I will be sooner dead. That's how much I love this program because I was born into it, and I will die sooner dead at some point, maybe sooner than I hope. Thank you, God.
They could have had a 200-game winning streak had you not showed up.
That is correct. That is correct. that is true. That was my first game, and it ended that winning streak. But that's how much I love this team, and that's why I am so objective when I tell you Oklahoma has a 0% chance
Come
of
on,
winning this
Skip.
game. Well, I'll go 1% just because of that quarterback. I'll give you that the quarterback can score 30-something maybe.
Right.
Kyler Murray, I'll give him 30-something. That's a lot.
Right.
Alabama can name the score. They can do it any way they choose to do it. They can do slow death by just running the football, or they can do annihilation by letting Tua just throw parties all over the field because he can throw it to anybody. He'll have time to sit back there and say, I haven't thrown it to Judy for a while. I think I'll throw it to Judy this time. I'm going to say it again. This is the worst great team defense in the history of college football. I know because I watched every snap of every game. In the history of college football, there's never been a bigger drop-off from the offensive unit to the defensive unit than we see this year in this year's Oklahoma Sooners. They had 4 games to end the regular season. They allowed 40-plus points a game in those 4, and they won them because Kyler Murray was just extraordinary. I've never seen anything quite like that. But they wound up, of the 130 ranked schools in the country that are in this ranking, they are 129th in pass defense.
That's not good.
It is not good. Not only can they not defend the pass, they can't rush the quarterback. They have nobody of note There's nobody I see on the defense who is NFL bound.
Right.
So, again, on Alabama's side, you can look at both sides of the ball, and it's just loaded with draft picks.
Quentin
right?
Williams is going to be a top 10 pick. Raekwon Davis.
And listen, Oklahoma has one strength. The center and the two guards they are big time. They are pro football bound. All three of them will play high-level pro football, especially the center. So Quentin Williams is going to go up against those three. Can they neutralize him a little bit? Maybe a little bit, but they never see anything like this guy because he is special. And I thought it was funny if you saw the clip of him yesterday. He almost wanted to trash talk. He wanted to say something.
You know Coach Saban is briefed him, but Kyler ain't what. I'm good. I'm good.
It's like he realized it in his face.
I play for Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Say that.
Coach Saban, that little Coach Saban was on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Boy, you better not.
Okay, so that brings me to two reasons that you passed over. Number one, that these are huge motivational reasons for Alabama. Number one, Kyler Murray, in the eyes of those Alabama kids, stole the Heisman Trophy from Tua, right? Mm-hmm. And Tua had one bad game. It was Georgia. It was on a national stage, an SEC championship game, and he was hurt. He already had one ankle turned that was plaguing him, and then the other one was, I don't know, torn apart. You know, he needed surgery.
Right.
Okay, so that cost him the Heisman, and you don't think they're going to come out with blood in their eyes on Kyler Murray? How many times have we seen the Heisman winner go into a bowl game and the other team just plays sky high to put him back in his place?
I think the last time we've seen a game like this, Skip, it was the USC-Texas. Reggie Bush and Vince Young.
Okay.
1-2, the guys finished 1-2 in the Heisman Bowl.
All right. So I think that's big, bad reason that Alabama is going to be all over Kyler Murray. I think they've been spoiling for this. You give them a month to prepare for Kyler Murray. I think they'll be better than Nick Saban teams have been against mobile court. And he's as mobile as you can get.
Yeah.
He is lightning quick. I've never seen, I'm going to say it again, never seen quicker feet anywhere, even in the NFL. It's quicker than Barry Sanders kind of feet. To me, he's just gone.
He runs like Darren Sproles at the quarterback position. You know, all them steps Sproles be taking.
Does. And then the other problem is he's going to be handicapped because his best receiver is definitely handicapped.
Yes.
Hollywood Brown in the Texas game, in the Big 12 championship game, tore up his foot, and they're not disclosing what it is. I'm not even sure they know what it is yet, but he got carted off. He was limping at media day yesterday. He's tried to practice. He kind of jogs through practice a little bit. He is at least as fast as Kyler Murray, if not faster. Hollywood Brown is a cousin of Antonio Brown, and he is the next AB in pro football. He'll get drafted in that 15 to 20 range in the first round, and he is going to light some team up because, man, he can flat fly, and he can snag it and run with it. And if he's limited at best, I think he's going to be no more than a decoy. And they are deep at receiver, but that's the guy. And he's the one who takes the top off. He's the one who opens things up.
Well, Skip, you said it. Now, Deshaun Watson had 2 games in which he threw for 400 yards. In one game, he rushed for 30. The other game, he rushed for 70. And he won one, he lost one. Cam Newton can't run like this kid. Johnny Manziel can't run like this kid. I don't believe Johnny can throw like this kid. Maybe only Deshaun has basically the skill set where he could run and throw as proficient as Kyler Murray.
I'm with you on that.
So with that being said, and you have a month to prepare for someone, you should give them more than what they can handle. Now, the question is, can your defense get to give you 2 extra possessions? Because I believe that's what it's going to take. Because if you look at the games they lost, they did turn the ball over. So can Oklahoma steal 2 possessions from Tua and that offense?
Well, how? Because midseason, Lincoln Riley finally said, okay, I've seen enough of Mike Stoops, and he fired him after I was basically calling for that here on the show. And he elevated Ruffin McNeil. And what happened to the defense? It got a little worse. Is that possible? But it got a little worse down the stretch. It was one of the great achievements in Oklahoma football history that they held Texas to 27 in the Big 12 championship game. So can they actually blitzed off the corners a couple of times that game.
Caught them napping.
Yeah, and they did. So can they do that to Tua? Is Tua going to be a little bit handicapped? Is he going to have to stand and throw from the pocket? Is he going to be less mobile than he usually? Well, sure he is. It looks to me like. But let's do worst case scenario. Let's say he really struggles and Nick Saban has to do it again. He has to make the big quarterback switch in a big national stage game. They got Nick Foles as their backup quarterback. Am I right? He's Nick Foles.
Guy's 26-2.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jalen he's Nick Foles. I mean, is he almost as good as Tua? Is he in the ballpark? Did he not save the game against Georgia?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So again, I can't even do if Tua can't go,
Well, yes, but you know this. They're a better football team with Tua starting at quarterback because they can
I agree.
Because as good as Jalen can run the ball, he's not as good at running the ball as Tua is at throwing the ball.
Correct.
So and you can score a lot quicker throwing the ball. And Tua now, I don't know if how much he's going to be able to run on those bad ankles. But it's not like Tua was a slouch at running the football either. He just didn't run because he was so proficient at throwing the football.
I just think.
What you think? What's the score? What's your score?
I'm being conservative about this. I'm going to say it's 50-30. That's what the score is going to be. Yep. And that Alabama will cover. And I'm being conservative because I'm afraid it could be 60-30. That they can do whatever they want on offense. This defense is no good.
I hope it's tighter than what we think. But you're right. It's hard
and if I weren't a diehard Oklahoma fan, I would bet you on this, but I would have to bet against my team, and I'm not going to do that.
Do it.
Yeah, you bet for them.
Huh?
Even though you picked Alabama, I'll let you. You know what? To get a bet, I'll let you bet.
Huh?
Oklahoma, you can take Oklahoma, even though you don't think they're going to win.
Well, I know, but you said it's going to be a 10-point game, and I would say, okay, so give me Alabama minus 10.
No.
That's what I would do.
That's how you.
I don't want to bet on Alabama.
That's how you got all those cases from me.
Yeah.
Me giving you points. I'm not giving you any more points.
Now you're trying to disqualify all my wins?
Yes.
Well, you proposed all those.
I did.
Yeah.
And I let you sucker me. I'm not going to let you do that.
Sucker.
I'm not going to let you sucker me in 2019.
Okay.
No.
Well, this is not going to be a 10-point game. You're wrong about that.
Well,
I wish I could win cases off that.
Well,
like
here's the thing.
3.
This is why I think it's going to be a 10-point game because Alabama's going to get ahead big early, and then they'll get a couple of touchdowns late and cover. You know that backdoor
like the
cover.
backdoor.
Yeah.
That would be an ultimate backdoor cover. Nick Saban is not. He doesn't allow backdoor covers. He just runs it down your throat.
Come on, Alabama.
We're going to talk about Kyler Murray a bit later, too, about his future. But first, are the Lakers in big trouble without LeBron?